Good one from Frank Bang and the Secret Stash here on WNCW. Joining us here this morning before they head on up to Black Mountain for a show at Pisgah Brewery and other shows too in North Carolina. I think you're playing Cary and a couple other places a little outside of our radio range, but we got some folks far and wide. And how do they follow you? You're on
frankbang.net is the best way to find out what I'm up to on the internet. Also on Facebook. You look up Frank Bang and the Cook County Kings or anything like that, and we'll pop on up. And yes, of course, on iTunes. You can also find me there as well.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. You got in the blues at the early age?
Yeah. You know, the funny thing was, like, I got it as a job working at Buddy's Club, you know, and I was a guitar player, and I had absolutely loved the blues, but I didn't really have a focus, you know, on a style or anything like that. I was just it was just something to do.
Yeah.
You know, never concurred to me for a second, even when I was in the environment, people made a living at this. It's just something you did, you know? And that place just kind of took everything over for me. It was like having a university groom you without realizing it was grooming you for all these different things. And then once I got on salary at Buddy's Club, I mean, I did everything. I painted the place. I cooked brunches with him and his brother during Blues Fest.
Yeah.
I strung guitars. I did sessions as a guitar tech. Even if I went on vacation, like Memphis in May, they'd be like, "Did you get your passes for 2 days?" Yeah, I got my passes. Great, man. Good, go change strings on guitar. You know what I mean? Like, they always worked something in where even if you were playing. And it led to so much great music that it just ended up being people like, "Hey, what are you doing Tuesday when you're off?" And I could not be happier it turned out that way.
Right. Yeah, cool. Because, you know, you like playing music.
I do.
Even on a day off.
Martin,
whether it's work or not.
Martin, to be 51 years old and be at a position, and this is the interesting thing about the blues. I know we're the small pond. We don't even make the top 20 of music sales. But what other music profession can a 51-year-old man, life gets better. The guarantees are better. The crowds are better. The festivals are better as I'm getting older. And it's a very fortunate position to be in. I don't take it for granted for a second. I'm very happy.
And what do you owe that to, that it gets better in the blues?
I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is.
Feel more genuine? Like the blues feel more genuine to the listeners with someone who's been around?
People don't understand in the blues it takes 26 years to be an overnight success. I don't know. I mean, look at Buddy Guy. Until Damn Right I Got the Blues came out, even though he had that amazing history of records, chess, all these different people, till Damn Right I Got the Blues came out, not a lot of people knew who he was. And that was 56, 57 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's funny. I was thinking that when I don't know if you heard the Floyd Dixon tune we heard called The Blues, and he was in his latter years when that was recorded, and you could hear it in his voice. And I was thinking, I wonder if people are going to find, you know, it sounded too old. It's like, no, actually, it sounds more genuine. You could tell that he was the real deal when he would sit down. He could just, you know, read the Yeller Pages, and you would feel the blues in it to some extent.
Absolutely. When you talk to Buddy Guy and he has conversations, there's a way he speaks where you find, like, he's just doing his lyrics in a conversation. Like, there's really a way he patterns himself that's like listening to a song.
Yeah. So you've had some good times with Buddy Guys, I'm sure. Some good memories sitting at his knee or
whatnot. You know, again, you know, I'm like, there was so much that they threw at me there, and I just kept saying, yeah, sure, no problem, you know. I had worked with the Hard Rock Cafe as a kitchen manager in a very corporate setting, and that place was so raw, you know, that no matter what you did that day, you'd come in and, like, you know, it might be that day that where Buddy wants to talk about Chicago sports. So you're sitting there at the corner of the bar. Because, I mean, I don't know if people know this, but if he's not on the road, he sits at the bar every night.
Really?
It's like clockwork. 8:30, 8:45, he comes in from outside where he lives. 11 o'clock, 11:30, he heads back out. But he sits at that bar every night since it opened in 1990 when he's off. Doesn't miss a night.
Okay, I need to go there.
Yeah, I think everybody does. Make it a spot when you go. I mean, it's hard to say it's my favorite blues club, even though I owe it so much because Chicago has blues and Kingston Mines, which are right next to each other, and you really get this great feel when you go to those two. But yeah, you should definitely hit Buddy Guy's Legends and look at his tour schedule online. If he's not on the road, chances are you're going to see him sitting at the bar.
Yeah, cool.
And he's a great dude to talk to.
Sounds like it. Cool. I don't remember seeing Buddy Guy at the Town Pump in Black Mountain back in the day, but Dan, you brought some good acts there back in the day, and you know, some of my first memories when I moved here somewhat 18 years ago, I moved to Black Mountain, and you were one of the first cats I met, I think. And just being able to literally walk downtown to a little bar and see some live music was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it was a great run, and I got to say it was kind of like a walk down memory lane. Walking in here to Studio B, I was commenting earlier, and looking at your door covered with stickers, and how many of those bands had played for me back in the day when I had the Town Pump.
Yeah.
It was really great to see all those names. Brought back a flood of memories of some really great times for sure.
Yeah, some of the ones are not playing around anymore, or not. Maybe they moved far away and such.
Indeed, but still great memories, great times.
I wonder if you ever had Backyard Tire Fire.
Oh, we did.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, they blew the roof off the place. We had major repairs after.
Oh man, well, sorry about that.
I just saw a post on them today on Facebook, and I was having memories of them being there, including the sticker on the back bathroom door.
Ah,
The Town Pump.
what do you know? Well, the front man, Edward David Anderson, they moved to Illinois actually, and he is doing a solo thing, and he's playing today in the 3 o'clock hour right here, Studio B. So small world.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
great.
So it's nice to like hang out with you live on the radio for the first time in like 18 years of knowing you, of doing some tunes and such here and there.
No doubt.
And you're going to be playing a little opening set at Pisgah Brewery tonight.
I am. I'm going to have my buddy David Bryan's going to sit in with me. He definitely makes me sound better, so I got to bring him out with me. Yeah, we're going to kick about 8:30 and open things up for Frank and play a few songs that he's recorded with the Secret Stash on his album Double Dare. He put 3 of my songs on there, and so we'll be playing some stuff like that and some other original stuff that'll be on my upcoming project as well.
All right. When's your upcoming project coming out?
That's a great question,
Okay.
Martin. People have been telling me for 10, 15 years to make a record, and I've started making a record, and I figure it's been so long, I really don't need to be in a hurry about it. So,
I think that's a good attitude.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Just let things go like they need to go, and things tend to work out pretty good.
Whether it's like getting a new car finally, or home improvements, or even bigger, releasing an album or a book, let it take its time.
I think the best thing for me is just to stay out of my own way.
That's a wise man right there.
Yeah. All right.
As best I can. I'll still trip myself up, so yeah.
Well, I'm going to get out of your way and let you play us a tune.